Welcome back to your local campus coverage. I'm your host, Rebecca Evans, and you're watching KGSM-TV. First up, graduation is right around the corner, and our seniors are getting ready to walk the stage. Last week, students gathered for GradFest, an exciting event where they picked up their caps and gowns, took photos, and celebrated all the hard work leading up to this moment. Kylie Leach caught some of the highlights, so let's take a look at how our grads are gearing up for the big day.
Missouri Western State University hosted GradFest on April 15th and 16th for Griffins that are set to walk the stage at commencement this May. GradFest is a fun and convenient way for students to make sure they are fully prepared for graduation. Students were able to pick up their cap and gown, take pictures at a photo booth, decorate their caps, and enjoy snacks and refreshments. Dr. Alyssa Zorn is the graduate nursing director for Missouri Western. She explains why soon-to-be graduates should take advantage of events like this one.
I think this helps build more of that sense of community. It's a great time to ask questions because it might be something that you signed up for graduation and now you can't come. What next? So it's just all the people that you might need are here, and they can help answer any questions that you end up having. And also it's just a fun way to meet all of these people that are on campus that are here to help you.
Graduation is a monumental moment in every student's life, and Missouri Western wants to honor that hard work and dedication by ushering off its graduates the right way. Graduating students from Missouri Western wait in anticipation as commencement comes around the corner on May 10th. Senior Mackenzie Krause shared what part of her college experience impacted her the most during her time spent at Missouri Western.
I've met a lot of really great people. I've made some of the best friends I'll make in my life. My professors have been wonderful, and I think that was what made the biggest impact on me, is all the people around.
Congratulations to the graduating class of Spring 2025. Commencement will take place on May 10th in the Looney Arena at Missouri Western State University.
Congratulations to the class of 2025. The countdown is officially on. On April 16th, our campus welcomed a new wave of student leadership. The Student Government Association held its official inauguration night where the newly elected president and vice president were sworn into office. It was a night filled with excitement, speeches, and a clear vision for the future. We want to give a big congratulations to our new SGA team and a reminder to students that your voice and your vote really do make a difference. In spring 2026, students will be taking a study abroad trip to Europe. If you're interested in joining next year's study abroad programs, reach out to Dr. Teddy Decca from the Department of Psychology or Dr. James Caravue from the Department of Communication. And trust us, it's the adventure of a lifetime. Last week, our campus esports team wrapped up their season with serious momentum. From intense matches to standout plays, the esports crew proved that teamwork, strategy, and quick reflexes go a long way. Shout out to everyone who supported them this season. And stay tuned for what's next. Marie Sepp gave us a full recap of their performance, and let's just say our players brought the heat. Let's check it out.
Missouri Western's esports team is wrapping up a successful spring season with both varsity and club teams thriving, as well as hosting a 24-hour charity stream to raise money for a children's hospital. Competing in the MCEC and NACE conferences, Missouri Western's varsity teams in Overwatch 2 and Rocket League made strong playoff runs this season.
Missouri Western's already approaching the final point that they need.
In Overwatch 2, Griffins made it to the second round where they lost to Missouri Baptist University. In Rocket League, the Griffins were knocked off by the Mid-American Christian University.
Insane work there by Total Wing.
Just watching. Oh, that's crazy!
On the club side, the Super Smash Bros. Team made it to the second round of the playoffs, and the Valorant team lost in the first round. We had a chance to talk with the director of esports, Alec Mueller, and he mentioned that the highlight for him was the 24-hour charity stream.
A really big highlight was our 24-hour live stream. We did a charity stream for with Extra Life, but for the KU Medical Center.
With the season coming to an end, Mueller is putting his focus on recruitment.
And a few more high-level recruits, especially for like Overwatch. But our Rocket League team, for example, is very, very competitive, and they're doing fantastic.
All in all, it's been a fantastic spring season for Missouri Western's esports, and we can't wait to see what comes next.
Think you've got what it takes to be crowned trivia champion? Next week, the Center for Academic Support will host a trivia competition open to all students. Grab a team and get ready for a night of fun and prizes. This event will be April 23rd from 4 to 6 p.m. in Spratt 214 and 216. We hope to see you there. Now, spring has officially sprung, and that means it's time for the annual campus plant sale. Next week, stop by to browse a variety of flowers, herbs, and greenery. Whether you're a plant parent in training or just looking to brighten up your dorm, this sale has something for everyone. It's lights, camera, and a full decade of action as the 10th Annual Film Festival takes center stage this week. This event highlights senior cinema students' thesis films as well as some other creative work on campus. Introducing the man behind the event, Toby Lawrence, professor of cinema at Missouri Western. Thank you so much for being here, Professor Lawrence.
It's great to be here. Thanks, Rebecca. Appreciate it.
Perfect, yeah. So let's just have you tell us a little bit about what the film festival is.
Okay. Well, this year is the 10th annual Griffin Film Festival. Obviously, it's been going for approximately 10 years. So this is our 10th year. It's pretty exciting. I came here in 2017, so it had run for a couple of years before. And initially, it started off in Potter Theater. That's where they would have screenings and invite people from the community to come out. The year I got here, I mean, it was fairly well attended. I'd say mostly with students, faculty, parents, things like that. When I got here, and then when it was the film festival reins, I guess, were turned over to me, it was my goal to get it out into the community. So obviously we had COVID at one point to deal with, and that was very challenging. But it was mostly on campus, and it's always been my unending goal to get to connect the school with the community as much as possible. And I see the film festival as being one of those pieces of the puzzle to connect community and the school. So eventually, 3 years ago now, we this will be the fourth year actually. So 3 plus years ago, we were at the Missouri Theater for the first year. So that was off-campus event. It was really exciting. Pretty packed out on that one. Then we did it again, and it was even more well attended that year. It was exciting. And then my good friends at McCoska Coffee, Andy Monty, decided to take on the mountainous task of renovating the Trail Theater, a piece of St. Joe history, which is pretty cool and exciting. So we decided, hey, this will be a really good fit for us. We loved being at Missouri Theater. That was a lot of fun. But given kind of the more grassroots nature, I guess, of the festival and what it is and kind of the heart of it, we felt like maybe at this point, at least, trying out and going to the Trail. And so far, it's been a really fun fit, totally packed out. This will be our third year there this year. So we've really enjoyed our time at Trail, and we'll have it there this year. I guess that's kind of the history.
Perfect.
Yeah.
No, thank you so much. So you would say kind of the vision of the film festival is connecting the community to the cinema students, getting their work out there. How do you think that vision has changed, or is it the same kind of goal?
I would say that vision is kind of a two-parter. The secondary part of that is connecting the community with the students. The primary goal is actually the students getting their work out into the community. Obviously, it's a two-way street. We want to see students doing that. It gives them a chance. It's for their applied learning since we are the applied learning destination school of Missouri. It's kind of another one of those events where we can show hey, here's work we've done out in the community where the students have gone out and shot in multiple locations out in St. Joe. And so it's an opportunity for people in St. Joe to see hey, wait a minute, I know that place if they're watching one of the films. And identifying that, but mostly a vehicle for students for student recognition, for them to get out and share their work with the community, and which I know in times past has helped to kick some doors open for some students for opportunities that have become more long-standing, like say in the Kansas City community. We had some students here that have gone on to work down in the KC scene, and we've seen a really nice flow of students continuing to do that. And so, that has been a big part of that goal, is to get that connection.
Right. That's wonderful. I was going to say since Missouri Western is like applied learning, it sounds like film is very hands-on.
100%. I mean, it's funny if you go through the mission and so forth of the school being applied learning, open enrollment for the school. Our program is 100% what the mission and statement of the school is. Applied learning, hands-on, workforce ready, as the president says. You know, I feel like we're ticking all the boxes in cinema. And, you know, the obvious thing is like, well, what do you guys do? An obvious answer there would be, I don't know, do you watch Netflix? Do you watch Hulu? Do you watch YouTube? Do you TikTok? Do you do anything? So anything like media related in that sense, I think that our students have opportunity if they have the drive once they leave here. Obviously, it's on them to go out there and really connect those dots. But I think we are preparing them for that. I would like to believe that we're preparing them for that transition from the bubble of school world, the ivory tower, out into the world and points beyond. And it's our unending goal, mine personally, that the more that happens, the better I sleep at night. Because I want to see all of the students be successful. It's when they call me up and say, hey, I got this gig working at BET in Atlanta. That was like so exciting to hear something like that. Like feel like I had a part of that, you know, helping to lift that student up as they moved up and out into their career, their path. You know?
No, perfect. So for those who are interested in going to the film festival, where is the film festival at? What time is it?
Right, so this year, let me pull up I've got a little, because I don't have the address memorized, but, so this year, like I said, we're gonna be at the Trail Theater, that's in downtown St. Joe, at 111 North 9th Street, 64501, if you need to know the zip code. So it'll be there on April 25th and 26th. Both nights, it'll start, the doors will open at 6 p.m. It's free for anybody, free. And the show will start at 7 o'clock. Friday night in particular, I'd encourage anybody, if they're able to go to both nights. It's going to be a lot of fun. But Friday night in particular, that is where we are celebrating our thesis students, you as well, Rebecca, sharing and celebrating those films from our thesis students. Will be, with award ceremony, question and answer section. So it's going to be just a lot of fun. Everybody gets dressed up, and if weather permitting, we'll have the spotlight out, and it'll be a gala affair, I guess, is a way to put it. Saturday night is more kind of a loose and free kind of night. It's exciting though. This year, it'll be the first year we're actually going to have comms involved. Comms is bringing a package that they're going to run on Saturday night. Also, animation and game design, they're going to be involved. They were involved last year, so we're kind of trying to spread those borders to other campus entities, and make it a more inclusive event for everyone. If that makes sense. And it should be noted that many thanks to Blake Elder, one of our senior students who has worked tirelessly to help make this festival a success, and he's actually in charge of the Saturday night festival, that night of the festival. So thanks Blake.
Are there any standout moments from the festival's history that really have stuck with you that you would like to talk about?
Without, because I don't want to just point out this one student did this one film. I think it's been a work in progress. I think something that's been stand out is that every year the films get better. They get better. And I think that's because the students coming behind the students that are graduating are watching what the students did before, and they're like, how can I be that good? How can I do that good? Or how can I do it better? And so trying to push themselves, push the limitations of the films that they're making and creating. So I mean, the biggest thing I would say is that the standout is watching the growth and success of the students that follow year to year to year. From when I think back to 2017, not to say that the work that was being done or presented at that point was bad in any way, shape, or form, but as we've matured as a program, as we've gotten amazing support from the university, and where we've really, I guess, come onto the radar of hey, there's a cinema program here. We've gotten a lot more support. A shout out to Dr. DeBrinket for the MoExcel grant and helping to usher that through with the state, and it's been amazing renovations of Potter Hall so students can have a centralized location to meet and collaborate and work on films together and other projects. So that's been great, and we got a huge grant. Part of that grant went to new cinema gear for our students to use, and we got that here. So that's going to be exciting moving forward. And I wish we'd been able to get stuff sooner, but you know, that's sometimes things move a little slower than we'd like to, because I would have liked to have had all this gear in time for our thesis students this year. But we have it here now, so moving forward, we're excited to be able to do that.
Wonderful.
Okay.
I was going to say, it sounds like it's going to be a very exciing couple of nights.
Yeah, for
Do
sure.
you have anything else that you would like to add about the film festival, or something that you would like to say?
No, I think I feel like I've talked it all. I'm just excited. I guess one last takeaway would be if for those that don't know, this next fall we are rolling out our new curriculum, our new program. I feel it's a one-of-a-kind thing, and I know that I'll sleep better at night with it. Not to talk ill of any other schools and the programs they're doing. I think there's so many amazing people out there doing amazing work. I just felt it was time for us, for where we are, where we're located. We're not in LA, we're not in New York, we're not in a hub area, to really, as the president has said, to be workforce ready. We want to have really focused in on that with our new curriculum that rolls out in the fall, instead of just being like kind of a one track where we go to a model of students doing a thesis and then that's kind of what they present, which has been great. But some students, as we're finding, don't necessarily want to get out of here and be directors. They want to be cinematographers. They want to be editors. And so I think with our new 4-track program, which they take everything, which would be narrative, documentary, commercial, industrial / experimental, kind of covers all the bases, everything from a narrative film to a documentary, obviously, commercials, PSAs, workplace videos. I mean, students are going to be getting being able to work on all of those things for their reels to take those out into the community, state, regional, local opportunity. So I guess if there's anything talking about the new program, I'm excited about that. So.
Yeah, no, perfect. That is really exciting. I will definitely be seeing you at the film festival.
Yes, you will.
Thank you
Thanks,
so
Rebecca.
much
Thank
for
you.
coming on. And now, moving on, golf fans, listen up. Swing 365 Golf has officially opened its doors in St. Joseph, bringing state-of-the-art golf simulators to the heart of the city. The indoor facility features cutting-edge simulations. Golfers can play virtual rounds on legendary courses, all from the comfort of a private suite. Memberships include daily 90-minute sessions and the option to bring guests, making it a great spot for practice or a casual night out. To learn more or book your tee time, head to swing365golf.com. And that's the way it is. My name's Rebecca Evans, and you're watching KGSM-TV.